our best bets that we've made. I'll run through my three real quickly. I'm on the Brooklyn Nets plus 11, which is just going to be an uncomfortable experience, but that number's just too high. They have to cover eventually as well. I think this might be the spot. Celtics coming off of that game against the Cavs, and they got the Knicks on deck after this as well. It might just be a little bit of a flat spot for them where they don't necessarily have to put their foot on their throats. So I'm hoping that the Nets can hang around in that one. I'm on the under two. I got under 216. It's under 215 now in the Knicks Miami. It just keeps ticking down. This is just going to be a pedestrian pace game. I have it projected literally for like 89 possessions or something around that number. I think off the top of my head. We've already spoken about it. I don't trust the Heat offense. They're terrible. I think the Knicks defense is good enough. But I think that, Miami at home, their defense is just capable of really clamping down and making life uncomfortable for the Knicks.
I like that bet.
So, yeah, I grabbed, like I said, under 216. That's now 215. And I'm on the under 220, 7.5 in Minnesota, LA. That's 226.5 now. I basically just going to double back on what I said earlier, where it's these games of really high importance and magnitude where the possessions are down, the defense is up, the offense can just get a little bit nervy sometimes. I think that the Lakers have some nice onboard defenders now as well that they can deal with, and in a respectable manner. And I think that the Timberwolves are in the same position where Gobert becomes super important in a matchup like this on the inside, crashing the glass, defending the rim. And I really like what Anthony Edwards is doing defensively at the moment, and what Jaden McDaniels does defensively as well on ball. So that's my positions for today. A couple of unders there on the Brooklyn plus 11. Any disagreement there? And then what are you on as well?
Funny enough, no disagreement. I like all three of your looks. And I played all three games. Those are the only three bets I have too. So we don't even know. Sorry if you wanted to cover the entire board, which is awesome today. We're not going to get there because we're on the same three games. I agree with you that Brooklyn is plus 11. If Brooklyn plus 11 is a bet. If you told me that the Celtics win their next 15 games but lose all 15 against the spread, I wouldn't be surprised. This is kind of the mode that I feel like they are in right now. Like they literally are like, what do we have to do to win? Okay, let's do it. And let's get our guys as much rest as possible. I think you're going to see some pretty aggressive rotation of rest for these guys in the month of March.
Absolutely.
And they should. Absolutely, they should.
If there was, after what happened last season, you have to.
Yeah, you have to. And I think that just kind of as you stand back and look macro at what they've done all year, it looks like this has been part of the plan for them. Like they pretty clearly were like, look, let's, we're going to, we're going to double down and find our offense early when we don't have Rob Williams. We're going to just try to distance, get enough wins in the win column that we don't really have to worry about a second round, road series. And if they get the 1 or the 2, they don't really care. In fact, they may be better off with the 2 because, round 2, they get the Sixers, which is a nice matchup. Now, you don't want to be on the road for a game 7 in Milwaukee. Like, if the Celtics don't win that game, the refs and Giannis and the benefit of the doubt he's going to get from a whistle in a game 7 in Milwaukee is going to stink. So I think you have to be, you keep your eyes wide open. You're going to have to go. There's not enough margin that I think you can comfortably feel like you can win 6 at home. So yeah, I don't know. Celtics aren't going to cover this game, I don't think, though. So 11 plus 11 for the Nets is a good bet. I liked your thoughts on the New York Miami game and the pace. This has a lot of whiffs of the New York Celtics game in terms of pace, which was 109.94 or something like that. 199 points. A throwback to the days of old, or I don't know, 205 points, whatever it was. Just a nasty one, and I think this is probably going to play out similarly. I do like the Knicks in this spot. I laid the points there. Interested to see, do we have final word one way or the other on Jimmy Butler? Probably not. Probably not going to know for another hour.
Yeah, you won't know. Till basically tip, but that's still sitting at it's pushed up to a 3 now.
I don't know that. I don't know that anyone really knows.
Indecisive,
So the Knicks are a bet for me. I still think 3 is a fair play. And then I took the Minnesota Timberwolves, got them at a dog price earlier today. They're flipped back to small favorites. I still think -1 is playable. I agreed with all your takes on Minnesota generally. Like the way they're playing. They look like the team that I had kind of thought they were going to be coming out of the gate. And if they ultimately do anything in the playoffs, I'm going to be pretty pissed because
me too. I think we were both in alignment, right? That they were going to truck the regular season.
Yeah,
that was me.
They were absolutely. I really thought that this team was primed to be a problem in the regular season, and they have been just wildly underwhelming. The fact that they are kind of now putting together winning basketball, although I should say they a gross loss and a close loss coming out of the All-Star break before getting a very, very much needed win against the Clippers. Still though, like the signature I have on this team is good enough that I do not mind playing them against the Lakers without LeBron. And without LeBron and oh, by the way, without Scottie Pippen Jr. Yeah, he's been designated for G League time, and there was somebody else funny too that hit the wire from them. Cole Swider also not going to be available for this game. He's on
adjust accordingly.
Adjust accordingly. But no, really, I mean, D'Angelo Russell not available for this game. Anthony Davis heading to the locker room at some point. T-Wolves, see if they can continue to find a little bit of form here as they have, fortuitously worked their way into the playoff discussion after just a wildly unimpressive season.